Our game is called Journey to Skills, a game made by Dylan and Gavin throughout the 2017 to 2018 school year. This video will show off some of our gameplay and talk a little about the programs we use and design aspects behind the game. There are NPCs that you can talk to, some of whom give quests. The game is made to look like part of our school and has classmates scattered throughout the map. Most of them are talkable. One of the quests is to pick up trash from the road, given by a character named Scotty J, the unofficial mascot of CPI's IT pathway. The quests are optional and are not needed to progress. And to end the game, you need to interact with the door on the bus.
The program that I used to code was GameMaker Studio version 1.4. It lets you upload, create, edit, and organize all of your assets and work in one environment. GameMaker has both a drag and drop type coding and a standard coding environment that can be segmented for organization. With drag and drop, I was able to quickly add simple or repetitive events such as pressing a key to start some more advanced code. The standard coding is used for more precise and complex actions or responses to input. The player character's movement was typed to check for the arrow keys being pressed and move in that direction, and is even able to go diagonally when two keys are pressed at the same time. Using a mixture of both types, I was able to implement more complex features with more ease. Scripts simply are what GameMaker calls its methods, and can be accessed from other code, and if needed, allow parameters to pass variables based on what's calling the script. Most of the code goes into objects, which store and change variables, or can be interacted with by the player. Rooms are where the game is played. They can have lots of objects in them that do different things. If an object is not put into a room, then it will not be in the game initially, and will need to be activated later by another object's code. Because I had multiple of some objects that needed to be used independent of the other versions, I was able to modify each object's creation code. Creation code is basically just instance-specific code that might set cars to be a different color or pieces of trash to have different sprites, while only needing to code one object. There are a few ways I tested the game for bugs, simply running the game by pressing this button, as well as making the game into an executable that I tried on other computers.
For the design aspect of the game, I chose to use Pascal. Pascal is an online pixel art studio where you can draw, create, and animate. I chose Pascal because I have limited art skills, and pixel art is very easy to pick up and use. Using Pascal, I was able to build the world for our game. My school was used as the inspiration for the game, and everything in our game relates to the classmates and activities of 2018. When creating the world, I started off with the characters. I came up with a simple model that I could use on every member of CPI. When creating the character, I started with the person they were based on's features. I modeled how they would look in pixel form. Then I created separate layers for the body outline, hair, face, and clothing. Once all these features were to my liking, I combined them to finalize the character. However, some characters were given animation. To do this, I created different frames and moved the character slightly in one direction until it made a solid movement. After I created a variety of characters, I used them as scaling tools for the locations of the game. This was essential because when the player moves and explores the world, he or she needs to be able to walk normally around the map without running into things or walls. When creating the world, I had to account for what type of game we were making. Me and my partner fumbled through ideas before settling with a sandbox simulation type of game. With that in order, I was tasked with implementing areas where we could add quests and mini-games. I had ideas for mini-games based on some card games we played, some computer games we did, but not all my ideas were used. But all of the activities you see were designed by me. Have a good day, and thank you for your time.